Welcome to Amazing Trails Yoga Starter Series 21. We are at the Wallkill River National Wildlife Refuge, the Winding Waters Trail. The Wallkill River is one of the very few rivers in the world that travels northward. The only other one that I know of is the Nile, so that makes it very unique. The Winding Waters actually wind around. It's really fun for kayaking and canoeing. And today we will be focusing on Malasana, which is the squat pose. With that being said, find yourself in a nice, comfortable position. This is Sukhasana, easy pose, a cross-legged position, where your hips are on the mat, your shoulders are directly over your hips, your ears, some space between your shoulders, chin up, and we'll begin with pranayama, the breath of life. And when we inhale, we try to inhale for as long as the duration as we exhale. Very nice calming breaths that nourish all the cells in our bodies. So we take a nice inhale through our nose, exhale through our mouths. Inhale through our nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. We will tent the fingers of our right hand to the mat. Inhale our left arm up, watching our palm up, and exhale down. With our right palm to the mat, we inhale our left arm up, exhale down. Walking our fingers away from us, palm on the mat, we inhale our arm up. On the exhale, we cross over and place our palm on our right hand or anywhere on our arm that suits us. And we inhale, opening up our chest. Exhale, bringing it back and closing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing. Now we walk our hands over to the front on the inhale, and we exhale down. We inhale, coming back up to a seated position, and exhale. Tenting the fingers on our left hand to the mat, we inhale our right arm up. Exhale down. Placing our palm on the mat, we inhale our right arm up. Exhale down. Walking our fingers away from us, we inhale our right arm up. And on the exhale, we cross over, bringing our right palm to our left hand, anywhere on our arm that we could reach. And we inhale, opening up our chest. Exhaling, closing. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, coming back. We walk our hands over toward the front on the inhale, and we exhale down. Inhale, coming back to a seated position, and exhale. We inhale our right arm up so that our palm comes to our left ear, and on the exhale, we gently bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Inhale very gently, looking up at the sky. Exhale down at the mat. Inhale, dropping our right hand to our right knee, looking over our right shoulder, and exhale to the center. We inhale our left arm up so that our left palm comes to our right ear. Exhale, pulling our left ear to our left shoulder. Inhale, looking up at the sky. Exhale gently down to the mat. Inhale, placing our left palm on our left knee and looking over our left shoulder. And exhale to the center. We'll repeat that routine one more time. So we tent our fingers on the right side on the mat, and we inhale our left arm up. Our gaze follows our palm. Exhaling down. Placing our right palm on the mat, we inhale our left arm up. Exhale down. Walking our fingers away from us, we inhale our left arm up. On the exhale, we cross over and bring our palm to our right hand or anywhere on our arm. And we inhale, opening up our chest. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, opening up, coming around. Exhale, coming down. We inhale, our hands walking around to the front, and we exhale, coming down. Inhale, walking our hands back up, and we exhale. Tenting the fingers with our left hand, we inhale our right arm up. Exhale, coming down. Placing our left palm on the mat, we inhale our right arm up. Exhale, coming down. Walking our fingers away from us, palm down, we inhale our right arm up. On the exhale, we twist over and place our palm on our hand or anywhere on our arm. And we inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, closing. On the inhale, we walk our hands toward the front, and exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming back up to a seated position, and exhale. Take a nice deep breath on your own, and exhale. We're making our way to tabletop, where we come with our hands, our fingers are spread toward the front of the mat, and our knees are under our shoulders, our wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. If we look through our thighs, we shouldn't be able to see our feet. And we'll take some nice cat-cows. So on the inhale, we curl our toes under, we drop our bellies to the mat and take a nice inhale. And exhale, we come to the tops of our feet, rounding our backs. We should be able to see through our thighs, through our legs. We inhale, curling our toes under like a cow. Here are our udders, very full of milk. And exhale, tops of our feet like a scaredy cat, trying to look as big as it possibly can. We inhale, our toes curled, drawing our shoulders back, and exhale into cat. Having a flat back, we take our right hip and keeping the leg bent, and we're making hip circles to the back, around. We're opening up our hips, lubricating our joints. And then the other direction, we're going around and around. Should feel pretty nice. And then we come up, keeping our leg bent, and straighten out your right leg, and we're dropping our foot to the ground, dropping our heel. We walk our palms 2 palm places forward. Curl your toes under and sit back on your heel. Should feel very, very nice. Take some nice deep breaths. On the base of your last exhale, we come back up to our knee, uncurl our toes, walk our palms back so that they're under our shoulders, picking up our leg, and we're just bringing it back, pointing our foot, and inhale your left leg up and this is your right leg up and your left arm forward. This is our very first balance. We are breathing. Breathe, take some nice deep breaths. We never hold our breath. Very exciting. This is our first balance. And exhale your palm and your knee to the mat. Very nice. Taking your left leg, which is bent, bringing your leg up, and we're making some nice hip circles to the front, around and around, kind of lubricating our joint. And the other direction. Very nice. And when we bring our leg up to the side, straighten your left leg and gently place it on the ground, and your heel goes to the ground. We walk our palms, our hands 2 palm places in front. Uncurl your toe and sit back on your heel. And breathe. Nice inner side stretch. It's also stretching your toes. We will come into very many toes poses as we go along. At the base of your last exhale, coming back up onto your knee, walk your hands back till they're under your shoulders, picking up your leg. You can go to the top of your foot and you extend your left leg back pointed and inhale your right arm forward. This is called sunbird pose. And we're breathing into our very first balance. At the base of your last exhale, you drop your right palm and your left knee. Very, very nice. Curl your toes under. We're inhaling our knees up a bit and straighten your legs on the exhale. We're coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You could pedal out your feet a bit. Ease into the pose. If your heels do not drop all the way, that is fine. Your head is dangling. You should be able to look through your legs. Nice positioning. Your fingers are spread facing forward. Your toes are facing forward. And on the inhale, we slowly walk our feet up to meet our hands. In Uttanasana, forward fold, your legs could be as bent as they need to be. I don't expect your hands to be flat on the mat so soon. You're dropping your head from this pose. Take your right hand to your left elbow, your left hand to your right elbow, and drop your head. This is ragdoll. Maybe you can move around a little bit. Again, easing into the pose. And on the inhale, we're slowly easing our way up into Tadasana. Coming forward 1 vertebrae at a time. Our heads are the last to come up, the crown of our head the last to surface, and we are in Tadasana. At Tadasana, I'll face you. Maybe pick up your toes and spread them a little bit so that all of our weight is evenly on our feet. Our palms are facing forward. Your shoulders are over your hips. There's some space between your shoulders and your ears. And this is Tadasana, and we'll do 3 rounds of Ardha Surya Namaskar, which we practiced yesterday. And I'll turn to the side, just so you can get a different perspective. We inhale our arms up, our palms facing each other. On the exhale, we hinge at the hips, swan diving our arms down into Uttanasana, forward fold. We inhale our arms up into Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale down. On the inhale, we're hinging our hips, coming up and around, swan diving our arms up so that our palms meet. Our palms face each other and coming down into prayer. At this point, we could make a nice intention for the day. And I was thinking, since this river flows northward and most other rivers flow southward, maybe send our intentions out to those of us that are traveling the path less trodden. They're on their own, following their own dreams and instincts. And then we could make an intention of our own, a private one, sending our love and energy to whoever needs it, wants it, whoever you're thinking of, whoever's in your heart. And coming back to Tadasana. We inhale our arms up. Perhaps we could touch our fingertips at the top. We exhale, hinging at the hips, coming down into Uttanasana, forward fold. We inhale halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana or monkey. Exhale down. Inhale, coming up into Utthita Tadasana, tall mountain. Our fingertips touch, and we come down to prayer at the heart center and Tadasana. Inhale our arms up, maybe our palms can touch. Exhale, swan diving over, hinging at the hips, coming down into Uttanasana. Inhale halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana, monkey. Exhale down, Uttanasana. Inhale, hinging at the hips, coming up. Utthita Tadasana, palms touching, and exhale into prayer. All these new terms that we're learning, we're going to do something fun. We're going to heel toe our feet out, heel toe our feet out, so that our feet are at diagonals with the mat, diagonal with the mat. Maybe we want to heel toe a little bit farther out because we're coming into Goddess. So we are dropping our hips, opening up our arms. We're coming into Goddess pose. And in Goddess, you can just kind of sway, move around a little bit, get into the pose. Nice. So this is Goddess, opening up our hips. Getting ready for our squat pose, Goddess squat. And you can place your palms on your tops of your knees, and with a straight right arm, we're looking over, we're glancing over our left shoulder. And we're coming to the center and glancing over our right shoulder. Very nice. And coming back into Goddess, and you might want to grab a block, have a block handy, because we are exhaling down into a squat malasana. You could take the block and sit on the block. Your feet again are at diagonals with the mat. Your elbows could be maybe at your knees or at prayer, whatever suits you. If your heels are up, that's totally fine. You might want to try a different length. You could try the middle part or even the lowest. And if you are at the lowest, you might not even need the block. I'll just toss it to the side. So this is Malasana there. You can move around a little bit, ease into the pose. There are many, many benefits of Malasana squat. This stretches the groin, the hips, the thighs, the ankles, the knees, It helps with concentration, focus, and balance. This conditions your abdomen, and it improves the function of your colon for elimination. So there are many, many benefits to Malasana, which is really a lot of fun. Okay, if you're sitting on the block, you could remove the block and come down to a seated position. And you are putting your knees together now, dropping your knees to one side, and we're kind of fishtailing our feet out behind us, and we're landing in Sphinx pose like we did on day one. Our fingers are spread, our fingers are facing the top of the mat, palms down, we're on our forearms, and we're going to do some ab work, which you wouldn't think, but curling our toes under, we are inhaling our hips and our abs up. This is ab work. People always think, oh, it's just crunches. No, 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 ab work. So I like to do a variety. I don't like to do the same thing over and over again. And we could slowly drop our hips to the mat, and we're bringing our arms out to a T and dropping your left ear to the mat for a nice stretch. Nice relaxed rest. And we'll inhale our way back up into Sphinx pose. Uncurl your toes, lift your hips, and we'll take little tiny mini steps to the side, to the right and left, right and left. This kind of is a little distraction from doing the forearm plank. So we might not think of, oh my goodness, what's going on with our abs. So we'll take a couple more of these at your own pace, in and out, in and out. Then we can drop our hips, drop our abs to the mat, opening up our hands to a T, and place your right ear on the mat. Take some nice breaths. Inhale our hands back under our shoulders. We're coming up into Sphinx, and we're curling our toes under, lifting our hips into the forearm plank, which is a great abdomen workout for your core. Strengthens your torso. Take some nice breaths. Flat back, straight back. We're not lifting up too high. And dropping your hips. From this, again, we'll extend our hands, our arms out to a T, and drop your left ear to the mat. And breathe. Inhale your hands back toward your shoulders. Slip them through into Sphinx. We will uncurl our toes, draw our hips up, our navel into our spine, and we'll take little mini steps out to the right and to the left at your own pace. Right and left. Have a little fun with this. Kind of like being a kid doing this. And again, it's a distraction. We'll do one more set. And then we drop our hips to the mat, bringing our arms out to a T, and place your right ear to the mat. And breathe. Inhale back into Sphinx. And doing a slight back bend really alleviates the work of the abs, so we are doing this in conjunction with each other. We are picking up our hips, And sitting or bringing your knees closer towards you and taking your right knee and your left knee out to the sides of the mat. We're sitting our seat back into Balasana, which is child pose. Place your forehead on the mat. Nice, very restful position. Now we inhale our head, our chest up a little bit. You're going to take your left arm, your left hand down by your shoulder, and we're threading the needle. We slip it under our right arm. Our palm is facing up, and we place our left ear on the mat. This is thread the needle. It kind of looks like we're threading a needle. Opening up our shoulders. Our palm is facing up toward the sky. We breathe into this. On our last exhale, we inhale our arm back. We're lifting up our chest, matching our hand to hand, and drag our right arm back. And we are threading the needle under our left arm. Our right palm is facing up to the sky. And we'll place our right ear on the mat. At the base of your last exhale, we'll inhale our arm back through. We're unthreading the needle, moving our right hand back by our left, and we're picking up our hips, bringing our hands back, curling our toes under, and we're coming back into Balasana. Malasana, I'm sorry, they sound so much alike. Malasana is squat. Balasana is child pose. So again, I know this is difficult for some people, so we can certainly sit on this, rest on the block. Your knees do not have to be up. I'll face this way. I mean, your knees do not have to be touching the mat. They could be up, or you could be down at any length you want. Everyone's different. We're all at different levels. And we're slowly coming down to a seated position. And we are taking the soles of our feet and putting them together into Baddha Konasana, which is butterfly. And for some, we could take the block and you could place them on the outsides of your knees. That might be more comfortable for some of you. Or maybe you don't want them, you don't need them. This is also called cobbler pose. Our soles of our feet are together. Cobblers work on shoes. Or butterfly, we can flap our wings. Or the Sanskrit name, Baddha Konasana. We take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, we're hinging our hips, and we're coming forward. And you could roll your spine down. You could take the block and place your forehead on the block at any length. Making a nice forward fold, any length that is good for you. And we could inhale ourselves back up. Let's close the book and fishtail our feet around so that the soles of our feet are on the mat, and we're coming down onto our backs. Our knees are still up toward the sky. And we can inhale our knees up to our chest. And we're going to do a final spinal twist. So take your right hand over both your knees and extend your left arm to the side. And we will Bring our knees over to the right. You could take your block and put your knees, rest your knees on the block. If you could come all the way down, that's great. And look over your left arm, your left hand, and a nice spinal twist. Now we look up at the sky and slowly bring both knees over to your chest. You might want to give them a little squeeze. Take your left hand over your both knees. Your right hand is extended, and you could slowly drop your knees over to the left. Again, you could take the block and place your knees on the block, or you could put your knees all the way down, whatever suits you, and you're looking over your right shoulder away from the twist, the spinal twist. Very nice way to end the routine. Very soothing, very good for your back. Very good for your posture. And we bring our knees back up so that both hands are on your knees. Maybe give yourselves little hip circles like we did earlier. And the other way, very gentle hip circles. And we can extend one leg at a time to the outermost sides of your mat, and your feet could splay open. And snow angel your arms up and around, and cradle your head. Make a little nest, a net for your head, and give your head a few gentle tugs. Elongating your neck, and gently drop your head to the mat. And snow angel our arms around so that our palms are facing up. And we're in Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath. Nourish all the cells in your body with clean, beautiful oxygen. And exhale. This is a resting pose, corpse pose. Awakening our body, we can take our feet together, pointing our toes. Snow angeling your arms up and around so that our fingertips are as far away from our toes as possible, giving ourselves a nice full body stretch. And pulling your knees up toward the sky, our bent knees, our feet are flat on the mat. And we can turn to either side so that your arm makes a nice pillow for your head. Take a nice breath in and out. And slowly make your way up into a nice comfortable Sukhasana, seated position, easy pose. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. And thank you so very much for joining me at the Wallkill River, the amazing river that flows northward, going any direction in life that you choose. You choose. And please subscribe to my channel. You can get the notifications of what's happening. And I will see you at day 3, Starter Series 21, day 3. Very soon. Namaste.